we are going to lead you step by step in stop motion or claymation in our sense video. So, stop motion. Stop motion, or aka stop action or frame by frame, is an animation technique used to make a physically manipulated object appear to move on its own. The object is moved in small increments between individually photographed frames, creating an illusion of movement when the series of frames is played as a continuous sequence. We're going to use clay figures in our stop motion for the ease of repositioning them. Think of the movie Wallace and Gromit. The examples we showed you in class, you're going to want to think about that when you're moving your claymation figures. Okay, let's begin.
Okay, we're going to be using Storyboard for iPad. When you open the icon up, it will bring up your base menu. The plus at the very top is where you're allowed to add a new project. And so you type in the title. So we're going to type up, and you're going to spell it correctly. We're going to type in stop motion, and then you click add project. It tells you what to do next. You push the plus key next to new chapter. So we're going to add a scene, and we're just going to type what's simply snake and mouse. Now you have your new scene, in your chapter. When you click on that, it brings up all of your storyboard boxes. To add a storyboard, you simply click on the plus key. Now you can bring in pictures you've already set up, so you can set the framing up. So if we go to our album, it brings up your camera roll, and you can use the pictures you've already got to start building your storyboards. And so you'll add a few in. You may also leave notes as to what is going on in it. And you may also edit the picture initially so that if you want to show camera movement, that the camera is moving left and right or up and down, you may also adjust the placement of said arrows. You may add text to it as well. And type in.
So the more detail you have on your storyboard, the easier it will be to take your pictures.
Okay, when you start taking your pictures, every time you take an image, you want to move the characters in slight increments. For every second of film, you want to make sure you have at least 5 to 10 pictures. So once you've moved them, you want to make sure your camera is in roughly the same position, and then take your next shot. And then you'll adjust the images slightly, bring your camera back up, set it, and take your next shot. And then you'll adjust again. The smaller your movements, the clearer the image is going to be, the smoother the animation is going to be. Make sure you're not forgetting to move both figures if there's multiple figures in the frame. You take your picture, and that's the process. You continue small movements. Always make sure your hands are out of the frame when you're taking pictures. You don't have anybody walking by. The more you play with the details, the clearer it's going to be. Then your next step will be the editing process once you have enough pictures to set your video up. And that's what we're moving on to next.